Bro, Beyond Borders just released a new video.
What? No way.
Move over.
Hurry up, man. Got it. Here it is. Oh, that's sick.
Dude, look at that shot.
Crazy. This is gonna be good.
April 26th, 1986. A quiet night in the Soviet Union. A night that began like any other, but would soon become a turning point for history. Deep inside a nuclear power plant in northern Ukraine, a dangerous experiment was underway. A routine test, a miscalculation, a series of decisions that would ignite the worst nuclear disaster the world had ever seen. A story defined by human error, political silence, flawed technology, and unimaginable bravery. A story hidden behind walls of secrecy and revealed only through tragedy. This is the story of Chernobyl. To understand what happened, we must begin with the world that created it. In the 1980s, the Soviet Union stood as one of the most powerful nations on Earth, a superpower that stretched across 11 time zones, commanding hundreds of millions of people. It was a nation built on steel, ideology, industry, and discipline. The Soviet government celebrated its scientific achievements as symbols of national pride, and at the center of that pride was nuclear energy. Nuclear power in the USSR was more than a science, it was a political statement. The Soviets prided themselves on their nuclear engineers, massive power stations, and giant turbine halls. They believed their reactors were the future, safe, efficient, and superior to those of the West. In the northern region of Ukraine stood the crown jewel of that ambition, the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant. The complex housed 4 giant reactors with plans to expand even further. Nearby stood the young city of Pripyat, built for the engineers, scientists, workers, and families who kept the plant running. Pripyat was modern, comfortable, and full of life. Schools, playgrounds, cafes, sports facilities, and parks gave the city a bright, energetic atmosphere. People felt safe. They believed they were living in the heart of progress. But on April 25, 1986, inside reactor number 4, the seeds of disaster were planted. The plant's operators prepared for a safety test designed to determine whether the reactor's turbines could keep coolant flowing during a power outage. The test had failed before, but in the Soviet system, failure was not tolerated. Orders were orders.
Control room, Dyatlov speaking.
Pressure spiking on loop 2.
Acknowledged. Hold the valves.
Another red on panel 7.
Switch it, now.
Switch, still climbing.
I'll get the chief engineer.
Reactor power is not dropping, sir.
Hold fast. Follow the procedure. Keep it steady.
As the day shift ended and the night shift took over, the test schedule had already slipped behind schedule. Power levels dropped far lower than expected. Operators faced pressure to continue even though reactor conditions were unstable.
Hello everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Beyond Borders and share it with others. Your support helps us bring important stories from around the world. Thank you.
pressure just jumped past 180. That's not supposed to happen. I'm looking. The relief valve sequence isn't responding.
Check the secondary bypass, page 23 right there.
It says we need to engage the manual lockout first or it'll trip the scram. We're already over threshold if we wait.
Just verify the sequence. We can't make it worse.
Several critical safety systems were shut off to keep the test on track. Control rods, crucial for stabilizing the reactor, were pulled out far beyond safe limits.
It's already over 800 microsieverts.
That can't be right.
Keeps climbing.
What's the source? Is it the core ventilation?
Readouts coming from secrecy, north side of the reactor hull.
We're nearly at the millisievert per hour. That's evacuation level.
I know.
Inside the control room, the atmosphere grew tense. Most of the young engineers did not fully understand the unstable state of the reactor. The RBMK reactor design was flawed, but those flaws were hidden behind classified documents. The operators had no idea that they were standing on top of a machine that could turn deadly in seconds. At 1:23 a.m., the test began. Within seconds, the reactor's power surged far beyond control. A sudden spike, confusion, unclear readings, desperate commands, buttons pressed without understanding. In a final attempt to shut the reactor down, the emergency scram button was pressed, inserting all control rods at once. But due to a design flaw, this action made the situation worse. The rods entered too slowly, and their graphite tips caused a final surge of power. The reactor went critical. Steam built up instantly, and within milliseconds, a massive explosion ripped through the core. At 1:23:58 a.m., Reactor 4 exploded. A 2,000-ton steel lid blasted into the air.
Reading another wave. Magnitude climbing.
Brace!
Channel 3 is losing speed, rerouting now.
Structural integrity at 60%. That crack's spreading.
Get engineering on channel 5! We need a status on the dome support!
Copy. Sending out the alert now. That shot could bring that wall down and answer.
We just subscribe to Beyond Borders, do you?
The roof of the building vanished in a fireball. Burning graphite and molten nuclear fuel shot into the night sky. A brilliant blue beam of ionizing radiation rose above the plant, visible only in the darkest disasters. It was the largest uncontrolled release of radiation in human history, and the people of Pripyat slept peacefully, unaware that invisible danger had already filled the air. Minutes after the explosion, firefighters from Pripyat rushed to the scene. They carried no protective gear, no nuclear suits, and no knowledge of the true danger. They believed they were responding to a simple fire. As they approached the glowing rubble, they walked through radioactive debris that burned their skin and lungs. Some firefighters picked up pieces of graphite from the reactor core, unaware that touching it was a death sentence.
Guys, off the truck! Go! We're on it! Move! No masks! We don't have time for masks! Get that scream on the rubble! Pressure up! Hold it steady! Spray it! Watch the heat!
Their bodies began to feel the effects almost instantly. Severe burns, vomiting, blinding headaches. But they continued to fight the fire to protect their city. Meanwhile, in Pripyat, life continued normally. Parents slept, children dreamed, workers prepared for morning shifts. A strange glow lit the sky, and some residents stepped onto their balconies to watch the blue beam rising from the plant. Many people recalled a metallic taste in the air, but no one suspected the truth.
What is that? It's coming from the plant.
Mama, look! It keeps going up!
Never seen light like that. It's humming.
Should we go inside? No, listen.
It's pretty, like the sky's breathing.
Pretty and wrong.
Instead of warning the public, Soviet officials attempted to hide the disaster. They feared panic. They feared embarrassment. They feared admitting failure. Radiation levels soared, but local authorities told everyone to stay calm. No evacuation order came. It wasn't until scientists in Sweden detected massive radiation spikes that the outside world realized something terrible had happened. Under international pressure, the Soviet government finally acknowledged the accident, but they continued to downplay the scale.
Readings are stable at 0.14.
Wait, it's climbing.
That can't be right.
It is. Alarms are live.
Winds from the southeast.
Straight out of Ukraine.
Papers are spiking everywhere!
Hey, bye. We're going live in 5.
Good evening. We are receiving reports of elevated radiation levels across.
An accident has occurred at the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Station.
Levels are off the charts. It's burning through the core.
36 hours after the explosion, buses arrived in Pripyat. Officials told residents the evacuation was temporary. They were instructed to take only essential items as they would return in a few days. Families boarded buses calmly, believing they were leaving for a short time. They would never return. Pripyat was left frozen in time. Toys on floors, half-eaten meals, school notebooks open, strollers abandoned in hallways. A city emptied in minutes, becoming one of the most haunting ghost towns in the world. As the disaster unfolded, the world came close to an even greater catastrophe. Beneath the reactor, water had collected in basement chambers. If molten fuel melted into that water, it could have triggered a massive steam explosion capable of destroying large parts of Europe.
Still dripping. Every gram that falls in that water makes it worse. Readout's climbing. 7.5 and rising. If it hits the pool, steam explosion blows the lid off half of Europe. Then we drain it or freeze it. We have hours, maybe less. Get the pumps. Draft a bypass. Anything. Move. If we fail, we won't. We can't.
3 men stepped forward to prevent this nightmare. Alexei Anonenko, Valery Bezpalov, and Boris Baranov volunteered to enter the flooded basement under Reactor 4. With only flashlights and courage, they waded through radioactive water to open drainage valves. They succeeded, preventing a second explosion that could have changed the world forever. As the truth about Chernobyl spread, trust in the Soviet government crumbled. The disaster exposed the weaknesses of a system built on secrecy and denial. Many historians believe Chernobyl played a key role in the eventual collapse of the Soviet Union only a few years later.
Of radiation being released from a plant called Chernobyl in Soviet Ukraine.
Western agencies say the Kremlin has downplayed the disaster for nearly 2 days.
They're lying to us. Look at this. It keeps changing.
Shh, listen. They say everything's under control, but my cousin in Kiev, he says people are getting sick all.
Today, the exclusion zone around Chernobyl is one of the most contaminated places on Earth. Nature has reclaimed the empty streets. Wolves roam through abandoned apartment blocks. Trees grow inside classrooms. The Ferris wheel stands silent, a symbol of a childhood that never saw its next day. The reactor is now sealed inside a massive steel structure designed to contain its radiation for generations. But the land around it will remain dangerous for thousands of years. Chernobyl was not just a disaster. It was a warning about pride, secrecy, and the cost of ignoring danger. It showed how quickly a powerful nation can fall, and how ordinary people can become heroes in the face of unimaginable risk. On that night in 1986, the world came closer to destruction than most people will ever know. And because of the courage of a few, the world survived. This was Chernobyl, the night the world almost ended.